And then during the training, that's when they encouraged bunk buddies. They wanted their sexual experience, romantic experience, all that stuff to be between boys.
But what if you weren't gay?
Yeah, what happens?
What do you do?
I don't know, man. They probably just kept encouraging.
You have to like act gay, I think.
You have to pretend you're gay.
I don't know.
So you have to like lisp all your words and stuff like that?
You have to wear a cape.
And eat hot dogs very slowly?
This is Sparta.
So Vladimir Putin has a very interesting conspiracy theory.
I like Putin a lot.
Yeah?
What do you like about him?
Next question.
Not Steve's, mine.
I can't say.
Why?
I'm just kidding.
Is it physical?
No, because like...
The way he rides horses?
No, I just thought that it was funny that he was once a KGB member and then he became their president. KGB is like their CIA. Yeah.
Oh, is it?
Is that funny or is that scary?
Yeah. What a coinkydink.
So Putin...
Is it physical?
So Putin has an advisor who claims that the United States is using brainwashing to make gay Ukrainian super soldiers.
Gay
find out?
Ukrainian super soldiers.
Why they gotta be gay though?
Super soldiers, yeah.
Because gay soldiers are super.
Yeah, those are superior.
Like we've talked about here on this very show, the Ukraine's military, he believes, will become unified through gay sex, just like the Greek Spartans.
Oh, yeah.
Who believes that? Putin does?
Yeah, you're gonna be in the foxhole with your brother, and that's not your brother, that's your lover as well.
So why don't he make a gay super soldier?
Because it's gay.
Oh yeah.
They don't allow that into Russia.
They don't have gay people in Russia. As Putin said, remember?
Who's leaking this information? Is he just on Twitter, just like rattling off something?
How do you find these perfect questions every time that he has no answer?
This is Sergei Marzov, who is
Sergey.
It's mostly for Joe.
one of Putin's advisors. He's a military advisor, and he said all this on Russian state TV. Wow. He says military theorists and historians know which army in Greece was the strongest. Remember the Spartans? They were unified by a homosexual brotherhood.
I told you guys.
Wait, how did they find that fact, by the way? How did they know?
They found soldiers
Condoms.
that were butt to butt.
Shut up.
Soldier skeletons that
They
were.
died in that position?
They were butt to butt, and then they
Spooning.
were like, in the head and crotch.
They had hands like this too,
Yeah.
just in death.
Some guys were like this. You know?
And another
They found it in
another
the
dude was reverse
tablets.
cowboy over it?
No, they found it in the tablets, like the training manual.
How do they know that guy wasn't just fucking around?
The Spartans are big
like,
pranksters.
Hilarious.
They love that kind of humor.
He's like, what's the one thing Spartans are? And he's like, gay. Oh, that'd be funny to depict.
Dude, that was like, it's kind of like socialism, like the way that the Spartans or the Greeks ran their shit, because the Spartans were like, when you're a child, you're like a property of the state. You're not a property of your parents.
You're like war children, right? Like children of war.
Yeah, like, well, for one, you know, like in the movie 300, when they had a deformed baby, they just throw your motherfucking ass away. Like, as soon as you're born, they check for defects, and if you're fine, they keep you, right? And you can, up until a certain age, you are with your mom, but then immediately, they take you to, like, boot camp when you're a certain age as a boy. And then from that,
Fight a wolf.
it is the Ogoge. You don't fight a wolf, but you go into the wilderness. You have to sleep in the forest, and then
That's why it's called the go gay. You gotta
hey, go gay.
Oh, that's where it comes from?
Oh, that's cool, Nick. That's cool.
And they don't feed you. You have to steal food.
Huh.
Really?
So like you just have to. People know like, oh, there's gonna be kids running around town, fucking jacking food and stuff. They know that, right? And on your graduation, you gotta kill a slave. Yeah.
Damn.
Cause
and the slave is straight.
the reason why Spartans are such a war culture is because they enslaved the Helots. They're like a neighboring tribe. They enslaved their whole group. The difference between them and the Athenians would take on different crews out there, tribes, and then they would let them become citizens. So they had a multicultural society, whereas Spartans were like, we're Spartans, you guys are Helots or whatever, we got you, you guys are our slaves. And then so those people worked their farms, all that stuff. And then when the kid was ready to like be of age and graduate, they had to go out into the field for his graduation. He had to find one and kill him.
Wow.
Yeah.
poor guy was just farming.
Just farming, and out of nowhere, boom. Yep.
By a small child.
Spartan
Small gay
14-year-old.
child, dude.
Yeah. And then during the training, that's when they encouraged bunk buddies. They wanted their sexual experience, romantic experience, all that stuff to be between boys.
But what if you weren't gay?
Yeah, what happens?
What do you do?
I don't know, man. They probably just
You,
kept
gotta,
encouraging.
you have to like act gay, I think.
You have to pretend you're gay.
I don't know.
So you have to like lisp all your words and stuff like
You
that,
have to wear a cape.
and eat hot dogs very slowly.
This is Sparta.
Imagine if there's like a different language and it's just as gay. When you watch that 300 movie.
You're like, oh, I've never seen this version before.
If you used a certain amount of syllables when I was in middle school, you were gay.
A certain amount. Like too many.
Like
no, if
3
you're
plus.
using like pretty big words.
Like if you said like cornucopia, is that gay?
Sounds yeah.
yeah.
I don't know how the Spartans were able to jab their spears with a limp wrist, though. Like, I don't know.
Gay dudes are buff, dude. They got good hygiene and they're
Yep.
hella fit.
Dude, that's
You
why
gotta watch
Cirque du
out,
Soleil
you know?
guys are gay.
Does it say anywhere in the manual or anything that like what the gay behaviors looked like for Spartans? Was that anything like ours?
I don't know.
What
man.
if they were just like the more manlier you were back then, that was considered gay? Like the more like brutish you were.
Bart's super gay, so it makes sense.
I am pretty
Bart's not
gay.
even that brutish, dude.
That's true, man.
Greeks thought little dicks were hot.
Really?
Big dicks were like, that's like animal. Like you're like brute.
That's animal.
That's animal.
Steve's a fucking brute animal.
I wear suits.
Small dicks are beautiful.
I think so too.
What was this topic about? originally?
Neuro-linguistic programming, Anthony. It's about
It's about Ukrainian gay soldiers.
Gay super soldiers, yeah.
Because they love each other so much, they're not gonna stop.
I mean,
This is part of, by the way, this is just part of like wartime propaganda. You paint your enemy in such a way that you don't see them as human beings, so that when your soldiers are on the battlefield,
They're like, they're gay, you can kill them.
exactly.
That's what
I see.
Russian soldiers think.
And Russians, like, through what we've seen, like with Putin saying gays don't exist and shit. And, like, I think that they just made gay such a thing that it's like, if the soldiers are pissed about all this stuff and they already hate you because you're Ukrainian and shit, now we're dehumanizing the shit out of you, and then they're gonna make gay super soldiers.
but it's backfiring, right? Because then the Russians are going into like the front line, and then they're seeing like Ukrainian soldiers like loving each other, and then they're like just like, oh my god, it's love.
They're overwhelmed with love.
They're overwhelmed with like just fucking giving
think-
flowers and rainbows and like just aura and music.
That's just a Michael Jackson music video.
That's sick though, huh?
Yeah.
I could see what you're saying now, though, with the fact that like when you have two countries like this fighting, when they have so many commonalities, you have to find something that really sets them apart.
Wedge issue. You need something that wedges people apart, right? And we do it all the time. We did it to the Iraqis, right?
I feel like it used to be so much easier to be racist and hate other countries back then.
Back then it was easy to be.
Right now, I don't think it's that easy.
I think you could be racist on accident nowadays.
Well, no, I think it's easier to be racist and hate your own country.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the crazy part.
You can be racist because you use the wrong emoji.
Oh, that's true.
What, isn't it harder for armies all over the world to recruit now? And it's also harder for them to get their soldiers to go out and kill and
I
stuff.
don't know about other countries, but U.S. is having a problem. Obviously, Ukraine's having a problem. They keep on having to open up.
I think everyone hates their own country these days.
Because Russia's having a recruitment problem, and so is China. So it's
Is China
all
too?
a lot of countries are having recruitment, except for
Damn.
ISIS. I heard they're on the up and up.
Oh yeah, they're on the rise.
And I think ISIS got destroyed. I think the Taliban is on the up and up though.
Alright, that was conflicting.
It all gets renamed. It all gets moved and renamed. But yeah, no. Dehumanizing your enemy is the name of the game, really. And we did the Iraqis, right? We had this little girl come out.
Yeah. So what happened with that?
We had a little girl come out like for the first Gulf War, and she's testified like under oath or whatever that Iraqis were taking babies and put out of incubators and murdering them, and it wasn't true at all.
Out of whose incubators? Their own?
Yeah. So like babies that were born who were not malnourished or whatever, Iraqis were just removing them from incubators and dropping them on the ground and shit.
Oh my god.
And this is all done to weaponize like fervor in the United States against the Iraqis, so that when we went to war, people are like, good,
People are behind it.
formally behind it, yeah. So, and we do it all the time to all, we just spent years doing it to every single country that we've gone to war with.
In the history books, yeah, you just see that happen every time it's the trigger.
Exactly.
Yeah. Damn.
Careful out there with all the propagandas.
It's out there.
Good thing we're here.